I'm Elion Kadima.
Hi, I'm Gabriela Sidlars.
My name is Charlie Biggs.
My name is Laura Rodriguez Brancati de Oliveira.
My name is Isabel Chalian.
My name is Gwen Nelson.
My name is Isaac Lowe.
Jesus to me is the Lord and Savior of this world and the King of all kings.
Father,
our Savior.
Jesus is someone like I can confide in. Like sometimes the world makes you feel totally alone, and Jesus is like the one person that you can always count on.
To me, Jesus is the one thing that I can count on through all the craziness in this world. He is always there supporting me, and knowing that he loves me is just very comforting.
To me, God is literally like the ultimate friend. Like he's the perfect friend.
It's my only hope, my only faith, the only way that I could ever live.
He's a father figure to everyone.
Well, one adjective I would use to describe God is comforting, because he's always there for me, and I know that he's always there for people who seek him.
He's faithful, he's true,
and he always keeps his promises.
He's everything that you could ever want. He loves you and he cares for you, and he's also there teaching you all the time.
How did you get to know God?
Through my family. My dad and my mom have always been taking us to church ever since I was little. I've been in, ever since preschool, I've been in churches and different places and all, everywhere I've lived. I've just been going to church ever since I was young.
I guess I didn't really appreciate it at first. I just kind of took it all for granted. But then as I grew older, my grandfather, who's probably the most holy person I know, rubbed off on me, and I started to appreciate my faith more, and kind of picked up his habits. And then basically to get to know God, I started praying more and living my life for him.
My dad married my stepmom, and she kind of influenced the Christian life on me. And now we go to church every Sunday, and I've just always been in that kind of lifestyle, and I don't think that I'm ever going to leave it.
I really didn't have that one life experience that kind of oh, God's real, but I feel when there's the little things. So if I am getting really nervous before a big test or something, and I say a prayer to God to take away my stress and to help me to do well on this test, it's almost a wave of something that hits me, and I just know that he's there right then.
My cousin had cancer, and I prayed a lot for him to beat it and survive and get healthy again, and he did.
So me and my mom were in the car together, and we just had a huge argument. So we were just sitting there in dead silence. You know how it is. After you get in trouble, it's the awkward silence moment. But as soon as my mom turned on the radio, there's this guy, a preacher, who was saying that I should be responsible for my attitudes. And he said it 3 times, and he was screaming it. It was the funniest thing ever, and me and my mom just started to die laughing. But it was one of those things that God was there for me. He was telling me check yourself, check your attitude, and at the same time he was doing it in a great way.
My family had won the lottery, the lottery to get our green cards to move to America, and that in itself is a blessing. But we were at the airport, and we were super late. Departure time had already passed, and my entire family just came up and we just started praying, because there was we were late for the plane, and everyone had already boarded. And my mom calls someone up, and they ended up holding the entire plane for 10 minutes for us to get on board. And I was okay, this can only be God.
So when I was younger, we were biking home from school one day, and got a spider in my face, and so I closed my eyes, and so I fell into the road, this big highway. And as I fell off the road, I remember being lifted back onto the sidewalk, and I just was oh my gosh, that was insane. And my mom was she just didn't know what to do. At that point we knew God is real.
It was one time when my grandma was really, really sick, and as the surgery was going on, it wasn't doing too well. She almost died. They almost lost her in surgery 2 times,
And at this point I was like, well, there's almost no way she's making it. I already started crying, and I was like praying, like, God, please save her, don't let anything bad happen. And I went to sleep, and the next day I woke up and I got told that the surgery was successful and my grandma was better, and she was better, not sick anymore. So that made me believe.
FCA to me is just a place where people can come to worship God and have a lot of fun, and it's just a safe environment for everybody.
To me, FCA is like a community.
A group of devoted Christians who want to spend their lives with God, and they want to like show other people who God is.
It's a lot. It really is. It's not like something, well, it is something you just go up to.
I learned about FCA when I was in the 6th grade. I saw it on a Google sign and I was like, oh, this is so cool. I'm gonna go to it.
I feel like I couldn't live without FCA, especially in this kind of community. FCA has always been this kind of place where you can just come, hang out, have pizza, the best Jewel cookies ever, and just play games. Spaghetti is one of my personal favorites. You all know that. But FCA is really just my lifeline, kind of, at school.
She's like, hey, come to FCA with me. And I'm like, okay, I'll try it out. Because, I mean, it was in the morning announcements, but I'm like, oh, it's just another one of those clubs. But then I came to it, and I really, really loved it. And I've been here ever since.
So in my, I've never had like a Christian group in school that I could go to and just like enjoy the fact that I can be Christian and be in the school and not have to hide it. And I think FCA is really like that barrier between like being in school and being able to be Christian, because then you can do it both with FCA.
FCA to me is a community of people who share a core component of their identity, because you're in the world, but here is a community of people who are like you, like they share something that's like core, like something that's a big part of me is also like a big part of like this community. So that's what FCA is to me.
Fun, and it really helps me keep my connection with God, since I get to learn so many things about Him, and even when we're doing presentations, I get to research more stuff and like learn even more about Him. And it's just a really fun thing in general, and I really love it, and it means a lot to me.
In 6th grade, Laura would not stop talking about it. That's the first time I heard about it, and then I went home and I was like, Mom, this is FCA, and it's this whole big thing, and it's youth group but at school. And she was like, okay, yeah, that's fun, let me do something.
I think FCA means exactly what the title says, Fellowship of Christian Anyones. I think we are all a fellowship. Everyone comes together because we put time to plan out FCA every time, and I think everyone is Christian there, and I hope everyone wants to be, because what Christian means is you truly believe that God is your Savior, and anyone can come. I believe that anyone, whoever you are, can come.
My name is Laura Rodriguez Broncade de Oliveira, and I am second.
My name is Isabel Chaley, and I am second.
I'm Charlie Biggs, and I am second.
My name is Isaac Lowe, and I am second.
My name is Carter Shaw, and I am second.
My name is Gwen Nelson, and I am second.
I'm Elion Kadima, and I am second.
I'm Gabriella Sidlars, and I am second.